You should have to wait to go full time.
Yeah, so you're basically, you've been there for 16 years, and the opportunity for you to go full time is very small. It's a small amount, and it's getting smaller by the moment and by the contract. Like, for example, at the last meeting, it came out that, you know, we're going to have 75 jobs in this contract. Yeah. Now, with that being said, there was supposed to be a certain amount going to 22-3. A 22-3 job is like a hub or a building shift hub or a hub, you know, and what happens is they're saying that the 22-4 job, which is going to be a hub driving job where you drive the brown cars, is going to take over the 22-3 job and like push them out of this contract. So if they were allowed to make 10 and they made 10 22-4 jobs, they could actually take
What's
over.
Up, Daryl?
Yeah, take the place of the 22-3. So that means there's a lot of people in there that don't want to drive. Would you like to drive a brown car?
I wouldn't mind it, but I wouldn't mind a hub either.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people that have a license and don't want to drive, and there's a lot of people that don't have a license that aren't qualified to drive the brown cars. So this kind of eliminates a lot of part-timers that are in your, you know, time frame of 15, 16, somewhere longer. So on top of that, the other thing is that they got the rail jobs. So they're going to have the tractor-trailer drivers that are going to be hired specifically to pull the trailers off the rails, off the trains. So when they said this, they're saying that's going to take the place of some of the jobs. Right. So if there's 75 jobs hypothetically, and they made 10 rail jobs, okay, for people to drive the trailers from the rail yard, that's going to be 10 less jobs for part-timers. Now, the question that I raised at the meeting is, if you had your CDL Class A and you were completely qualified to do that, would you be allowed to get that job since it's supposed to be a job for part-timers only? They said no.
I think we should be able to get that job.
Yeah, and they said no.
Right.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Because, like, the biggest thing, and I was reading this
Somebody said
in the contract, and it says, one of the things it says is that one of the things in this agreement was for the part-timers to go full-time.
Yeah.
And so when you create all these jobs, supposedly, and you take away from those jobs that they're supposed to get, because like you said, if a part-timer has a CDL, you are not going to allow him to do that job. But the job that those 22-3 jobs, or I mean not 22-3, the full-time jobs that was supposed to be created, you're taking away from them from getting that job.
Yeah.
And so that's just another reason why this contract, everybody, the majority voted it down.
Yeah.
Because of that situation. Now, a few months ago, we had another part-timer on the show. He was here maybe about a year, right?
Yeah.
Now, you've been here 16 years.
Yes.
Now, what would you say to other part-timers right now, especially when we're getting ready to vote? And this is what people are saying about that part-time classification. You guys don't vote. You guys don't care. Yeah. Nobody cares about, you know, this, that, and other. So what you got to say to all those people?
I feel like we have the two guys right here. We need to vote for it. They're going to help us out. I think they're going to, you know, give us a green light, help us get full-time jobs, you know, show us the light.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we need more. I do feel like we should have, like, you know, we can't go full-time, but let the people who got 16 years or more give them, not work double two days out a week.
Yeah, I mean, you got on top of that, you got the people that like haven't been fighting for the people that are veterans as part-timers. Like, you see that. How many times people come in and people with less seniority are double it.
I had that issue last
time.
I had that issue.
Yeah.
As I came home, they sent me home. You know, I had to go with the ups and downs.
Yeah, and I had to help you out with that. And then, now, we were talking about this last night. Now, I could piggyback off this because of myself. When I first started this job and they had a election or whatnot, I didn't know anything about it.
Right.
So I did not vote because I didn't know about it. Now, if I was able to go back to my younger self and educate myself with what was going on in our local and stuff like that, I would, and I would let my younger self be able to vote and tell them the importance of voting. Now, my younger self, I started when I was 18, and I probably went through maybe about two local elections before I even knew about them, honestly. So would you do the same thing? Like, would you tell your younger self, like when you first started here, to vote, especially if you know what's going on now, how important it is to vote?
I think now I got more upset what I learned. Yes, I was doing more stuff I seen, learned, looked at, seen a lot of ups and downs.
Now speaking of that, like you said about learning, now we've been on this thing about trying to educate and engage our members.
Yes.
Especially part-time members.
Yes.
Now, what do you see from our current incumbents? What do you see them do as far as trying to reach out and educate the membership? Because you've been here 16 years, so they have been in office. The core group of those guys have been in office as long as you've been employed with the company.
Yeah.
In your 16 years, what can you say that they have done to try to educate not just the part-timers, but the members in general?
I think they didn't show us nothing.
We can start off with, do you know what a BA is?
No, we were talking about
We were talking about last night.
We were talking about that earlier.
So you don't know what a BA is. Do you know who your BA is?
No.
So if you don't know what it is, you don't know who it is.
Yes.
So that right there shows me a lot.
They didn't show me that. They didn't
So
teach me that.
when I tell you who it is, you're going to know. A BA is business agent. Who it is Izzy Gray.
Oh, Izzy. Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I know Izzy.
Yeah, so you know Izzy, but you didn't know he was your BA. You didn't know he was the guy that represented you. So it's like, and you've been here for 16 years.
That's what I'm saying.
So that right there, that's part of the question that Hook asked you. So how do you feel about that? Like, knowing now, do you feel that the person that educated you enough?
I feel better now. I understand who it is, who the person is.
Right.
Me
We had to tell you, not him. That's what I'm saying. Like, other people are telling you. You know, it's like he should have been the one like, hi, how you doing? I'm a business agent, but he probably just went, hey, what's up? I got you. You know who I am. So it's like when that comes down, it's like they're not like formally introducing themselves and letting everybody know. But he knows you for a long time. I know him for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of people don't know who he is.
So basically, like for the people who coming in the door right now, like union reps, everybody let's come to the new people. Like, I'm your union rep. I'm your shop store.
Yeah.
I'm just standing through.
Right.
I agree with that.
Understand? I'm here to fight for you, not to go against you. I'm here to fight for you.
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of people who come in, the door, they know who their shop store is.
Right.
And that's got
And
to
it's
change.
honestly, when I came here 16 years ago, I didn't know who my shop store was.
I couldn't tell you.
Right.
And that's bad.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's real bad. That's not a
and
good
that
look.
comes from the BA down.
Right.
It does.
Yeah, that's a part of the reason why we keep losing to this company. It's because our members just don't know. And some of it is on them, but most of it is on the leadership. You know what I mean? And that's why I think that people have to vote.
Oh, yeah.
People have to vote. I mean, that's just the bottom line. You know what I mean? People have to vote, and I'm glad you came out. You know, because you represent a lot of the majority of not just the local, but you in general for the work for UPS. You know, across the country, but they're afraid to come out. They're afraid to talk, and because they always say, well, part-timers, they're not going to do this. Part-timers, they're not going to do that. And so that's why I'm glad you came. So what made you come? What made you come to the show?
One day I was watching the videos, but I mean, you're saying from a full-time point of view, and then a part-time point of view to explain how we feel about stuff.
Right.
It's easy for full-time. No offense.
Yeah. We all in this together, yeah.
You know, it's easy to say as a full-time how y'all feel, but a part-timer who got years like me, 16 years,
right,
who feel like he should be full-time by now, he shouldn't have to wait. Like, you got to wait 18 years. That's not.
It's going to be longer when it comes along. But we have a couple questions. One, do you understand your contractual rights as being a Teamster? Like, for being explained to you a little bit, do you understand that a little bit? Like, was it explained to you by your incumbents? You know, did they tell you? Or is it you're hearing it through your members, or if somebody like me or Richard? Like, who's giving you the most information?
Basically, like, y'all help us out, but we help each other out too.
Yeah.
Right. You know, you got the books, but now you can download the book to your phone.
Exactly.
You can do a lot
through the website.
Like, through the books, yes.
Yeah.
Like, it helps you out a lot.
So, do you understand your daily guarantees?
Yes.
And the protection from harassment?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, like, stuff like that, it's like for being with the company for a long period of time, and the people that you're surrounded with, they tell you more insight. See, that's how it kind of came from me. Because when I was with the company, and stuff was going down, I had a couple good veteran friends that would pull me aside, tell me how to do it and how to file a grievance. I didn't know nothing about a grievance. And see, this came from the veterans, inside the membership. It wasn't really coming from the shop stewards. So that's how it was for me. Do you feel like it was the same for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got more people who've been there longer.
Yeah.
They can teach you the ropes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's what being a teacher's about, though. It really is.
How to go buy it. Like, it's like the thing I had with I got sent home for the double.
Yeah.
They put to send me home.
No.
They wouldn't put to send me home.
Absolutely.
And I came to you.
Came to me.
And I came to tell me about what
yes.
happened.
Right.
Yeah.
They came to me.
And we had to fix that situation, and they had to go through the proper procedure. And it's been going on for a while. And like you have to be able to know your rights as that, because a lot of people don't know, and they and the company gets away with this because they did it in mass. They didn't just say you go home, you go home. They sent about 20 to 30 people home, and that's a lot of people that lost wages because they were told to come in.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So
I can't. It's a shop steward told me to come in. Told me not to come in.
Yeah.
But the supervisor told me to come in. But then that's bad. That's
right.
bad.
Communication. Right. Exactly.
Like you shouldn't go do that.
So Chop, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit now. There's always been a divide between part time and full time. Always.
All the time.
All the time. And we've been doing our best to try to fix that.
Yeah.
As a group, as a team, we're trying to bridge that gap between the part time, full time, because that's the only way we're gonna win against the company. Only way.
Yeah.
So you've been a part timer.
Yes.
What would you say to package car drivers, feeder drivers, 22 threes, 22 twos? What would you say to them for all of us to get together and number one to vote? That's number one, because
we gotta vote, but we gotta come together. Like
right.
we gotta come like a big family, come together.
Yeah.
Unite together. Like
right.
you can't be separate. You this way, I'm that way.
Right.
It's like me playing football in the locker room. You got the locker room right. You got a person on the left side, right side, and
right.
you're not getting along together.
Perfect.
And the team you're not going to win that way.
Right.
Exactly.
You're not going to win that way. You're going to lose.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You can't do that.
So, being like you said, you're a part timer. How would you go about trying to fix that?
I'm trying to get everybody together.
Right.
It's like Thanksgiving. Everybody get together, food. Everybody
right.
come together,
right.
talk. Talk to each other.
Right.
A lot of people
right.
don't talk to each other.
Exactly.
A lot of people walk by you. You ask a question here, why? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's not cool. I want part time and I'm new, or let's say I ain't had 16 years. I'm new. I'm 6 months in. I'm asking you a question. And you walk by me and tell me to figure it out. Then I'm going to feel like
that's upsetting.
Yeah, definitely you full time. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't
right,
make you want to participate.
Right.
It's really crazy. So I know, like you was talking about, bridge the gap between full timers and part timers. So I remember being part time because I only been full time for about 4 years, going on 5. Now, when I was part time, you see the definite difference, like how they treated people. They treated full timers different. But they hold full-timers to a different standard there. And full-timers have a bigger target on their back because they would love to take out a full-timer. Why? Because they make more money. So what they do is they put a target on them and they come after them. That's why a lot of the full-timers do what they do, because they know that there's a target on their back. One false move and they would love to take you out.
Right.
So a lot of part-timers don't understand that. And plus you're there longer, So is there anything that you would tell a full-timer to help out a part-timer?
I would say, like, if you see him, if you need help, talk to him.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause a lot of
Educate, right?
Yes, let's show them teaching. Because a lot of things you won't know. Like, supervisor's not going to tell you.
No.
Right,
But,
right, exactly.
I remember somebody who full-time could talk to you. Okay, this is how you go to X, Y, Z. That's how you go through this, that, and the word.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
That's what you try to do. Like, if I ever have a problem, like you feel more comfortable coming to me because I'm in your area. So you come to me and I do my best. I stop what I'm doing and I handle it. And if I can't, I get somebody who can. And that's how it's supposed to get done.
Like the one boy, remember I sent to you when I was homies.
Yeah.
He got fired.
Yeah.
But he didn't put how they fired him. Well, I didn't know the whole story.
Yeah.
All I know, he said they fired him. I didn't know. I'm like, whoa.
They fired her. They supposedly fired her without a shop steward.
Yes.
He came right and got me. There was no other shop steward present. He got me, and I went and figured out the situation, how it was, and I made sure it was totally legal. Like it wasn't like he wasn't misrepresented. So
he told me something different. In the meeting it was something else.
Absolutely.
And he could have You know, he could have been running a rule full time. Like, why you put me in there like you didn't know what's going on?
Exactly.
But he didn't go out that way.
Yeah.
He came
So,
at me like,
but that's being a good teamster because he could have not said nothing.
Right.
So he came to me. He's like, Rome, I got a problem. This is what's going on. Can you come handle the situation? I said, what happened? He told me one of my friends got fired without a union rep present. I said, whoa. I stopped what I was doing and I walked away and I made sure I got a full timer and I had them explain to me properly. I was like, listen, he didn't have any representation. And he goes, oh, okay. He said, this is why, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was great because a lot of people would ignore that and just keep it moving because kind of like it's not my business. But no, we all are brothers. We all are sisters, brothers and sisters here. And we're supposed to look out for one another. And that's what we try to preach at 623 Lives Matter, that we care about everybody equally. We're going to represent everybody equally. If you don't like us, we're still going to represent you equally.
Right.
And we don't want people to have that fear. Hey, we don't like you. Okay, fine. But if you get in trouble, we're going to represent you the same way that we represent somebody we like, we don't like, whatever. Because there's a fear right now. Can you tell me maybe about that? Do you feel a little bit of a fear if you come out against the people in office now that they won't represent you? Do you think there's a fear out there?
There's probably a little fear out there, but there's always hospitals you could go to.
Because there's other people that wanted to come on the show that won't come on the show.
But you can't be scared.
Exactly.
You can't be scared.
And they won't come on the show because they don't want to voice their opinion and put a face to the opinion.
Listen, you can't. Closed mouth don't get fed.
And that's why you're here. Because you want to voice your opinion for the part-timers. You want to show people that it's okay to come out and voice your opinion because it is your opinion. Just like voting. That's your way of you putting your opinion out there. Once you vote, hey, you put pen to paper, it's out there, your opinion's out there, you want change, boom, that's how you do it. And I mean, I appreciate you coming down because it means a lot to me. There's any type of support that we get and people put a face to the support and a mouth to the support and an opinion, it means a lot to me because we do a lot of hard work and it just shows because when somebody does that, they want to show the back into the people and they know that we could do the job.
Right.
I mean, that's amazing to me.
And another thing, I wanted you to come, and I'm glad you came, is because this whole notion that they always say, part-timers don't do this, they don't do that, they don't get involved, they don't participate. But now you can tell that the part-timers are more engaged than ever before.
Yeah.
And it's because they seen what happened with that contract. That contract,
That contract was it didn't benefit us. It benefited like not disrespect to the
No, it's fine.
right,
It's
right.
fine.
It benefited new people.
Right.
It did.
But you've been here 5 years or more. It didn't benefit you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair to us.
Yeah.
They came and started out with 14 with $15 an hour.
14.
They started off with 13.
13, now the next one 14.
But they're getting a raise every year.
Right.
Pertaining, like when you started, it was every year. But if you started before, let me see that. Yeah, what happened is when $13 they started with, right? Compared to the $10, $35, or $65 they were getting. So what happens is instead of getting a raise every year like we did and we had to wait, even if they started 3 days, 4 days, 3 months, whatever, before August 1st, now every August 1st, a new hire is getting a raise and the minimum wage of starting for UPS is raising up. So if you're going from $13, like for example, this year they started at 13. August 1st, they went from 13 to 14 because it was $1 raise. But there was people with a month in, 2 months, 3 days, went from 13 to 14. It wasn't like that before. If you started, you had to wait a whole calendar year. So that's what's changing. And then on top of it, the wage is changing. So next year, it's going to go from 14 to 14.50, and people walking in the door is going to get 14.50, and they're going to be making as much as sometimes some people that are here like 5-6 years.
It come and making 13, $14 an hour, but they not doing nothing. They not working. They sitting around.
Right.
Like a lot of people can say it. A lot of people see they come in when they come in. They miss a whole week. Let's miss a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's all over.
It's taking our bag. They come miss a whole week and it's cool.
They baby the new hires for turnover purposes.
So I told you I was gonna put you on the spot.
All right.
So we getting ready to vote.
Yeah.
Right. Now we need you guys. We need everybody to vote. But like I said, they always say, part-timers don't vote.
We gotta vote.
So what's the message that you can tell the rest of the part-time classification, and not just the part-timers, but everybody?
I think we gotta vote. We gotta vote. We want better change when changes, we got to vote.
Right.
We got to vote.
Right.
We got to vote.
Now you see what happened when you don't vote. Can you explain to people how you feel because people don't vote? What happens?
All right, remember what happened with the contract, y'all? They didn't like that contract at all.
Right.
It didn't benefit us at all.
Right.
It didn't benefit us. It didn't help us out.
Now, I told people, like when I talk to part-timers and new hires and stuff like that, you know, I go, you know, how long they've been here. I get information from them, and I kind of like, you know, communicate with them how if a part-timer would have voted that, like in the last contract, you would have been starting at $15 an hour because we could have fought. Our local 804
Right.
got everything they wanted. They voted it down until they got what they wanted, and they stuck together till they got what they wanted, and the local was behind that. So what makes them different than us? Because if we stood together and everybody voted, we could have got what we wanted, and we could have got incentives for like veterans like yourself that was 16 years or 6-7 years, but nobody wanted to vote.
What is they put fear in their heart?
Yeah, if y'all don't vote, don't
Yeah,
complain.
and that's the thing right there, man. Eddie, you're right. That's part-time, full-time, anytime, sometime. It don't matter. Everybody got to
They
vote.
got it right.
Somebody wants to join the live to say something.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You got to hit that red right there.
Oh, the red?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, approve.
There you go.
All right.
So this is the thing. Now, this Saturday, we got nominations.
Yep.
9 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how many slates are running.
Yeah.
At this point, man, I'm going to be honest. I me personally, and I can speak for all the rest of my guys, we don't care.
No.
Because
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
All right.
What you got?
That's for y'all going to win?
Yeah, we going to win. Yeah. No doubt.
Y'all got confidence?
Oh, yeah.
I feel that we are running a great campaign with every
What
one
up,
of us.
sis?
With every one of us, we're running a great campaign. It's an honest campaign, and we're keeping the positive energy going towards our members. We don't want any negativity, and we want to show everybody what we can do for our members, what we can do for the local, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I would say that I feel very confident with this election because even last night, when I was leaving the hub last night, going to my car, I was surrounded by at least 10 to 15 brothers and sisters saying, we're proud of you. You know, you got my vote, giving me suggestions to help the younger generation that's coming in here. And I got to talk to you about that afterwards.
Right.
But like, there's so much stuff going on. And I can't remember that happening before. It's going in more and more, and people are being more vocal now than before because they're tired of what's going on.
What you got to say, sis? I see you.
What Chop said about how new hires is coming in not doing nothing. As a part-timer, I've been there for 2 years, okay? I've been helping out these new hires because they don't know what they're doing.
Right.
And as a team player, you should be able to help them out to see what things go and how to do the job.
Right.
Otherwise, they're not going to do no better. You see no supervisors training nobody in that area to do anything. All they do, let me get them. They do.
Hey, Joan, you probably can't see her because she's on the other.
Yeah, she's on. This person's speaker right now is a part-time employee, been with the company for about 2 years. Her name is Sharita, and she just wanted to voice her a little bit of opinion on how part-timers need help and they're not being trained properly. They're basically being thrown to the sharks, and it's on every shift. It's not just a shift that she works on. I mean, preload right now, people are coming on and they got a new system where you got to scan packages, load, and do all this stuff, but they're not being trained properly. So that's the biggest issue, and they got enough supervisors to train people. It's just the supervisors right now are doing what, guys? They're working.
The supervisors are they're younger than the new hires.
Yeah.
They don't really know what's going on. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Like, half of them, I've been here longer than them. I've been here 16 years, and half of them be like 19.
Yeah, 19 years old.
How you going to supervise me how to do my job? I've been here longer than you.
Yeah,
I've been telling what to do.
I've been in the company longer than you've been on the earth.
So, sis, what you got? So, what we gonna do about this voting coming up, man? What we gonna do? You gonna have to get you guys to vote.
We're gonna have to get a lot of people to vote. I agree on that. I mean,
so being with the company for 2 years, do you feel that the part-timers that are in your time range, like a year, 2 years, are going to vote? Are they like? Are you amongst the people, your peers, telling you that I see a change, we need a change, or do you just it's just like I don't care? Because sometimes we do hear that, but we try to educate them and let them know, like, hey, there's a part that you play a part in this process. So how do you feel about that? So, so do you feel the people that are in a 1 year, 2 year range like you are going to vote, basically?
Yeah, and hopefully these new hires vote too, because I can't see how I've been here for 2 years and these new hires come in and they making the same amount of money that I am.
Yeah,
and that was a big issue.
Yeah, that's a big issue. That's a big issue. So,
right.
Yeah, you what do you think, Chop?
I feel like they should start at 850 like we did. To know how I feel, to start from 850, to work yourself up. I had to work from 850. I'm not gonna say how much I make out, but
right.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
But,
I think
I can't agree on that because how
Yeah.
you just gonna start them off with 850.
Right.
Now,
Right.
I've been back and
Yeah.
forth to UPS for the past, well, you can say 5 years. I had experience on UPS. I've been back and forth for peak seasons.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm here permanently, and I've been here for 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yes, it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the wage needed to come up.
Yeah, definitely
That agreed.
needed to come
but
up.
what needed to happen was the people that's been here 5+ years, they needed to get something extra. They needed to get like a catch-up raise or something. Because like you just said, you've been here a couple years, but then you got people that's been here 6, 7 years, and they come in and they're making the same thing.
Yeah.
They feel disrespected.
Yeah, so what they really did, I mean, we could call it what it is they divided us further apart. And they knew what they were doing, because you think about it. You've been here 2 years. I think up to about 5 going on 6 years.
Right.
You are people that have been with the company for 5 going on 6 years as well are making as much as somebody walking through the door. Now, a lot of veterans that have been here 5 to 6 years are a little upset about that because they put blood, sweat, and tears in this company, and somebody walking through the door is making what they're making. So that makes them hostile to the new people coming in because, like Chop said, you see these people coming in the door making $14 an hour, and they're held at a different standard where they aren't working as hard, and they baby them, and they can take the time off and not come to work and so on and so forth. But that person that is making the same wage, just been there 5 to 6 years, if they were to do that, they're held at a different standard because they are expected to do this and expected to do that. So they kind of divided us between each other yet again.
I just feel, hey, they not staying. Wrong way. We had people in that area. We had four. We have four. Mm-hmm. We got 0.
Yeah,
all left.
They left within a month, and they dwindled down.
Yes, and we had 4. We had 4 new hires, and that just went boom, boom, boom. I'm like, I'm looking around. I had one on my side. He had like 3 on his side. Yeah, it helped when everybody was there. Yeah, now there's nobody there now. Yeah, wow. It's just
they dwindled down.
Yes,
wow. Because what happened was, like, the one guy quit within a week, and then we had 3 strong guys, and then that Saturday, the Saturday work basically killed a lot of people because the 3 that were left, the one guy he came in on Saturday, it was destroyed, and he walked off. Then the following Saturday, the other guy walked off, and then the following week, the guy was he was stuck in his ways of doing certain things, and he was kind of forced to get into the mix. He couldn't handle it, and he just stopped coming to work. Right. So it's just like, it's because they're not being trained properly, and the supervision isn't on them as much.
Right. But I think I gotta blame us too, because we do gotta help them out. Yeah. We gotta guide them how to do the work. Yeah. We do gotta show them how to do the work. Like, we gotta show them this cart go here, or whatever you work at, small sort, right, primary sport, small sort, whatever you work at, secondary, PD, whatever you work at. Yeah. Just to show them how for they can understand.
The one thing.
Primary, you have a lot of missorts though. Mm-hmm. Primary, you have a lot of missorts. Mm-hmm. Because I work, I've been all over that building. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm on recycles, so it doesn't make no sense for all these missorts to be going to belts that they shouldn't be going to.
Yeah. Yeah, see, what's happening is, like, they're not being trained. And here's to piggyback off of you, like, They want us to, like, I don't mind helping people and guiding them to where they need to go. But as I'm seeing when people are coming in, people are actually, they have attitudes. And they don't want the help. And they got the attitude where you're not my supervisor, don't tell me what to do. So once I get that attitude, I kind of fade back a little bit and let them do. And the supervisor needs to take over. Yeah. Well, the whole thing is that, you know, we kind of can't tell people what to do. We could guide them. And some people take guiding as telling them what to do. So I understand that, you know, coming from that. But I expect that more from a veteran than a new hire. Because if you don't know what's going on, you kind of need the help.
I remember when I first started, I started DWS. Everybody knew that. I was just took bosses. That's
Right.
what I started off at. But when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know about vacation.
Right.
I first started. I remember.
He told me that last night. He didn't know he was entitled to a vacation.
That's when back then they get you at 9 months. I remember that when I first started. I didn't know about no vacation. I get 2 checks in May. They're like, I got 2 checks. What I get 2 checks for?
Right.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. Nobody teach me or told me nothing.
Well, and that's where we got to come in as leaders. We have to do a better job of educating and engaging our members. But that's the only way. That's the only way. Like I said, I keep saying it. That's the only way that we're going to win.
Yeah.
That's the only way.
We all win.
We have to. Part-timers got to come together, whether you've been here you just made seniority, or if you've been here 40 years. The only way that we can win against this company, we all got to work together.
Absolutely.
That's the only way.
For my part-timers, I don't think I'm for no part-timers.
Right.
When we get y'all in here, y'all gonna probably get, you know, better jobs, better full-time job, better all around everything, all better down everything.
Right. This is we're not gonna make any promises, but one. It's the only promise we're gonna make. Is that we will not forget who we work for. We'll never forget that. You know, and you see it right now in the incumbents, man, they've forgotten. Mm-hmm. They talk about the company can do what they want to do and half and everything. You work for neither one of those people. Neither one of them. So why? That's why I can't understand like that meeting. It was the company, the company, this, that, and the other. But what about us? We're the one that's paying you. Like your mom, what she kept saying. Yeah. When she looked at those salaries. Yeah. It's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
And this is what we get. This is what we get.
And the main thing that we're not going to forget is that we're going to remember that we're going to fight for everybody, especially the part-timers, because you got to understand that, you know, it's plain as day right now that they're not fighting for the part-timers. This contract, like you said, was made for new hires. Yeah. And it's also made for people coming off the street to get a full-time job. Driving, you know, the personal vehicle drivers, you know, CDL drivers.
One thing I ain't like about that, all right, if I got my license, I'm here.
Yeah.
I already make, say I make $22 an hour already.
Yeah.
You don't got to bump me up. I make that much already.
But they're supposed to for the contract. If you're not making enough, even if you're making more, you got to go into progression.
Like you said, that job should be open for everybody.
It should be. And that was the argument at the meeting.
Yep. I mean, I try to get people at Amazon.
Yeah.
But you want people at Amazon, you got to do the same thing they do. They get people out of the street to drive out. But get your people to drive out.
Get to drive out. The union should have said, no, you're gonna hire our people to do this work. That's how it should have been done.
Yeah.
But again, what they say, the company can do what they want to do, and you suffer.
Yeah.
Other part-timers looking for a full-time job suffer.
Yeah.
And guess who wins? The company.
A lot of mom and pop places get stronger because they hire within and they grandfather people in.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah. So when if you did that with your company, I mean, right now we still have a lot of people and they have their kids in here coming in and people get in. But then again, like, what good is that if you're not going to make the kids full time? Like, because right now the people that have kids going in, like I have my son, he's 18. You know, he comes in. You know, I'm not guaranteeing him going to be full time unless he's going to drive. You know, and what happens if you don't want to drive? You know, them 22-3 jobs are going to dwindle away, you know, and kind of be obsolete after a while. Less people are going to, you know, retire, quit, so on and so forth. Now, I don't feel safe right now knowing that our, you know, local is going to fight for that. You know, they're not fighting for the people.
They're not going to fight.
Yeah, they're not fighting for the people now.
I heard about a list, right?
Yeah, what list?
It's like
Dovetail
list.
Okay.
I can't remember it now. I remember.
Yeah.
Dovetail list. Somebody told me to sign it in May,
March.
Yeah, March. That's why it comes out every year.
Okay. Why I gotta wait that long? Why it can be every couple months?
That's the way it's in it contractually. But what should happen alongside with that dovetail list, there should be a updated seniority list so everybody would know where they fall on that dovetail list.
Like when that come out in May, March,
right?
Yeah. When it come out in March, or I'll be going to my 17th year in May.
Yeah.
I should have to wait another year, 18, to go full time. That's not fair. That's really.
I agree.
The main thing is like the dovetail list right now. A lot of people don't even know about it. So I'll go into that. A dovetail list is basically has a list of every Teamster member's name, and I think it's only part timers, right?
Yeah, what it is a list for part timers.
Yeah.
To
go
see if they want
basically.
a full time job.
Now,
and they have to sign that list every in March, first 2 weeks in March.
Yep.
They answer the first 2 weeks in March. You sign that list. You put your name up that you want to be a full timer, and so whatever jobs
and you
come
can
up,
check off if you want to be a driver or a 22.3. They're probably going to add 22.4 this year. And
what's 22.4? What's that?
22.4 is you're driving. You're going to be in the hub and then driving a package car. So that's going to be a. It's going to be a combo
don't know it. You don't know at this local.
You really don't know.
We don't know. Other locals have specific language.
Yeah, we're still up in the air.
Designed for the 22.4 here. You don't know what you could be doing.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know a lot of part time. A lot of my part timers. A lot of them want to work hub. A lot of them want to go to Oregon Avenue. A lot of them want to stay in.
Yeah.
Because you came from here.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if I had to go full time.
Right. If you got to go, right.
But it's like starting new.
Yeah.
It's like you move to a new neighborhood, you don't know nobody. You're starting new.
Right.
But you used to that.
So what's up, sis? What you got, man? We don't want to leave you hanging. We see what's going on. Now, you know why I asked Chop this earlier. I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So, we got nominations coming up on Saturday. Do you know that we getting ready to start voting soon?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, good.
All right. So what we need you to do, because you work on Twilight, right?
Yes.
What we need you to do is talk to all, because you ride around the mule doing recycles, so you have access to everybody.
About that. No, I don't do them.
You didn't know. I know everything. But still though, all jokes aside, you can tell everybody that you every belt that you pick up recycles on, let's tell them, hey, listen, we gotta vote. You gotta vote. You gotta vote. Tell all your part timers that you stop pick up the recycles from. Tell them they have to vote. It's very, very important. We're chasing every vote we can.
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes down to it, like, we just got to get together and spread the word. Because once everybody gets to understand that, the part-timers care, the full-timers care, your drivers care, feeder drivers, everybody's talking amongst each other. Like, one of the proudest moments of me being a Teamster member was when we voted the contract down. When we voted the contract down, you remember that? Like, do you remember coming to work down? How everybody
ask Joan about that.
This year. When we voted that contract down, coming into work was a Teamster vibe. People were high-fiving you. You didn't know, but they were happy. They were happy that we were united together to vote down the contract. And then that was quickly spoiled because not enough people voted. So, but that moment, though, I was so proud to be a Teamster, and especially in this local when everybody knew what was going on.
But what's the funny thing about that was, though? The funny thing about that was, because y'all was talking about striking, and a lot of people thought y'all was going to strike. A lot of people thought y'all was going to strike. Your cat coming out, strike. And everybody was like, oh, they're going to strike. We're going to do it. We're going to get what we want. I thought we was going to do it. I thought we was going to. I thought they was going to strike.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought they was going to do it.
I thought. You know what I thought? This is what I thought was going to happen. I thought that once we voted it down, I thought that what was going to happen was they was going to go back to the table, because UPS they came out public and said, hey, listen. We understand what happened. We're going to go back to the table. But for your own leadership to say no, it wasn't a company that said no. It was our own people. Mm-hmm. And then Shanahan, all them guys, they went in agreement with them.
We authorized the strike.
Right. And so I'm trying to find out, what is going on. Mm-hmm. And then you got people like, why am I paying union dues? And you don't want that to happen in this type of climate for a union.
About the people that didn't, voted no, I don't understand why y'all voted no. Mm-hmm. If y'all didn't, why y'all voted no? Because y'all did not even speak up to even help. So why would y'all vote no if y'all didn't even speak up?
Rita, what it was, Rita? There's a lot of new people and people not showing them. Like, you can show them, but us as employees, we got to show them, like, yo, this is going down, X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Yeah.
You need to vote for this because of this. Don't vote no because of this. Vote yes because of that. Everything supposed to have been no. But it was yes. It wasn't our fault we voted yes. We had enough people vote. Nobody wanted to vote. Everybody seen it. Everybody seen it. They probably looked at it doing it with the rest of their mail. They didn't care. Like, they didn't care. A lot of people didn't care about voting.
That's why y'all can't do that with these ballots that's going to come out
Absolutely.
on October 15th. When you get it, vote. Vote right then and there. Don't put it on top of the refrigerator. Don't put it on the coffee table. Don't give it to your baby and say, let them play with it. Mark it, give it back to the mailman, or whatever the case may be, because we need everybody to vote. We need every single person to vote. Rita, tell your recycle people when you ride around, tell them they got to vote. Chop, tell everybody got to vote. Everybody got to vote.
Everybody in E-Rats, small sort, everywhere, wherever you work at, vote. We need to vote. We need a better change.
Yeah.
Vote. We need a better change.
There's a lot of people that's not on this Facebook.
Well, hey, we got to put the word out then. We got to take flyers and put the word out.
We trust me. You see us out there now. We've been out there over the last few years. We probably haven't hit everybody, but we've been out there consistent and constantly for at least the last four. Whenever there's been a fight, we've been out there. Whether it was for the contract, whether it was with the election. Whatever the case may be, we've been out there. Even when nothing was going on, we was out there.
It's funny, we see it be rain, snow,
and we still out there.
They're still out there. I'm like, wow, they still out here. They really fighting for us.
Right. Yeah. Who else you see out there? Do you see anybody else?
All right. I'm late. I'm always late. But what happened is, I got to talk about something else. So, okay, now, I want everybody to know, Richard Hooker is not filing charges. I'm filing charges with the election supervisor. When we leave here, I'll be on the phone with the election supervisor. Okay? We had one of our members threatened Monday. All right? Our president was threatened by the reform state leader. Okay? Now, Shanahan is trying to spin it now. Shanahan and them trying to say that we going to HR to try to get one of our brothers fired. We never went to HR. I'm going to call the election supervisor to say this member should not be able to run. We never went to HR. Now, Hooker is not filing the charges. I'm filing the charges. So, y'all can blame me. All right? Now, fact. Everybody sitting up here, everybody at Local 623 knows. Bill Morris, is Dizzy Gray, Joan McGovern, Principal Officer Bill Shanahan. They've been trying to get me fired since 2011. That's fact. That's fact. You got the Principal Officer trying to get a brother fired. That's how they trying to spin it. So what happened is the reform slate leader drives a red Hummer, went after one of our members. He threatened our members. All right, they're doing an investigation. They got 11 statements against him. Once again, we are not going to HR. We're going to do the process. We're going to call the election supervisor when we leave here, and we asking that this member not be allowed to run. Once again, we're not going to HR. We will never try to get one of our brothers fired, okay? That's the spin that Unity's trying to put on there, okay?
So we're coming out to the end of the hour here, and we are at South Philadelphia Community Radio, Room 92.9. Now, we're going to have, within the next half hour, we still got our announcement to put out there.
At the top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
After the break.
After the break, we still have our announcement. We got our part-timer here, Jason here, Chop. He and Sharita on the live feed. It's great to have part-timers, in the movement and putting themselves out there for other part-timers to see that it's okay to be a part of your local and understand more and ask questions if you don't know. And that's awesome because a lot of people, like I remember when I was here 2 years, I would never do what you guys were doing because I didn't know anything. So
Mario, back then we didn't know nothing. Nobody,
exactly.
Nobody
Right.
Explain this.
But we're working now. She's been here 2 years and she's into it, and that's awesome.
That's cool. I mean, we could be a big family. We just gotta stick together.
Exactly.
Stick together, exactly.
Family. Key word.
All right, and got bad news. Williams Falls will not be eligible to run. Okay, this is how a principal officer works. He got him off the slate. Williams Falls has been here 25 plus years. He never offended anybody. He's a great Teamster brother. If you go to him, he will help you do anything for you. So now Shanahan got him saying he's not eligible to run. This is how they operate. Anybody can run. Anybody can run. We don't have a problem with anybody running. All right, that's your right. Why would you try? Like I said, William Falls, a great brother. Great brother. You know what I mean? I love him to death. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just, the process is broken. It's not fair. This is how these guys play. All right? The brother's being treated like that. It's not right.
So we have a couple more minutes to break. Anything you want to bring up?
Yeah, well, Rita over there, what you got to say?
You have anything to add?
I don't know if the equipment will do.
Yeah.
Like, I was working with equipment, but the equipment is...
It's bad. It's bad. We understand that.
Yo,
It's bad.
I got a lot to speak on. We ain't right. We don't plug the mills up. We don't. We don't.
Oh,
plug
yeah.
the mills up. I'm gonna keep it real. But the mills don't. They don't. They owe.
Yeah.
They half of them don't work.
Right.
But
Agreed.
we do got the problem. We don't plug them up.
Right.
I'm not gonna say I do have a problem. I don't like plugging them up sometimes.
Right.
I like riding to the door too sometimes. I'm not gonna lie.
The coffins.
Yeah.
But the coffin, like. You get a coffin, you get a coffin.
I'm dying.
You go to the coffin, you go take it, push it over, and it's stuck because they don't work.
Supposedly, because I went to the guy from PE personally, and I don't know if you see me talking to him the other day. I said, "What do we got to do to get these things fixed?" And he said, "We're fixing them every day, and people are breaking them every day."
How? You can't break them every day.
Well, that's what they're saying. But
I think it's BS because I seen
people do drive erratically in there, and you see a brand new cart come in, and then the next day you see a vent.
We seen that.
What'd you say, sis?
I'm part of safety.
Yeah.
And
So you're part of
we
safety.
actually put that stuff in, and the stuff still
Absolutely.
it still don't work properly like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Well, I had a
Like,
driver.
you have a lot of them coffins cutting people's hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm scared I might get cut.
Right.
I had a
Just
full-time.
pushing and pulling them coffins.
I had a full-time driver from the ramp last night. He came in. He said, "Jump." No staring on the tug. I said, "Don't drive it." He said, "Jump." I done rode it up. He said, "I done rode it up 100 times." I'm like, "Who's your safety person?"
Exactly.
He wasn't sure about who a safety person was, right? But I told him to take it over automotive. He said, "Jump." I took it over there. They keep putting it in service, right? What happened is, if a vehicle is unsafe, you don't have to drive it. You get your shop steward, you get your safety rep. All right? You guys can't keep driving stuff because they tell you to. You got to man up. Get your safety person, get your shop steward. Now this guy, no steering, and he's driving.
Right.
Come on, dog. Listen. Yo, y'all got to man up.
I learned a long time being with this company that sometimes you have to take things into your own hands. Like if you feel that something's broken, take it to the source because our company's not doing that. So what I would do, if something was really bad, I bring it to PE, I get it out of service, I let them know. Same thing with the tugs, like he said. What I would do, if something was bad and on certain, drivable, if I could get it to where it needs to go, take it to the mechanic personally, I would take it there and they would fix it. Because sometimes they're so backed up, and you got to understand, when you write these tugs up, it doesn't get, when it gets to them, they got to go on a wild goose chase for it. So,
But Mario,
We got to go to this break real quick.
yeah, we got to go to break real
All right.
quick.
You're listening to WOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. Give you another edition of the 623 Live Matter Show. Hey, we appreciate you guys for listening. On the other side of this break, we got some news to drop on you guys and some other updates that we're getting ready to happen. All right.
I did do that though.
Every day.
Yeah.
Oh, so they spending it now. They saying that we off there, right?
Yeah,
Well,
we're on live.
Still live though.
They spending it now. Now they say we trying to go to HR and get a phone.
Right.
We'll switch up. You go here. All right. So, because you're closer.
Ow!
Yeah, that's a little better for you.
Man.
Look, they sad, man.
Yeah, they sad, man.
Yo, listen. That's all I had. They talking about jump. You're slate trying to get a brother fired. I said, dude, we ain't go to no HR. We never went to HR.
Right.
We don't go to HR.
You got to come on here now all the time now, Rita.
And thank you for not cursing because we're live.
Yes.
Thank you.
Jason, is she the one driving? Is she the real around?
Yeah.
All right, well, I have to go. Mother duties right about now.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming.
I
We
appreciate you. Don't forget, what's up, little man? Hey, tell your mom she got to vote.
Okay.
he can hit seniority.
All right, good people, we're back. You're listening to WOM 92.9, South Philadelphia Community Radio, giving you another live edition of the 623 Lives Matter radio show. Now, real quick. Now, last week we did the show, and that you guys found out that one of our original members was ineligible. Our brother Victor Alvarez. He was representing the feeder department. Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
And so what we did was we got somebody else to take his spot, also from the feeder department, James Hughes. You guys might have known him from he been in the building. He was a shop steward before. Early AM driver. Package. Did he do package? I don't know if I knew he did early AM.
He early AM.
Early AM driver.
Early AM / building shift.
Right.
That's what they know him from.
So Annie also ran last time on 2016 on the other slate. So you know we got together, and so here we are. I don't want you guys to be all nervous and anxious about Saturday.
Welcome, brother.
Because when Saturday comes, we got a full slate. He already got his paperwork. Everything is good. All we got to do, show up, get nominated, and then we'll go from there. Also, go ahead, I'll come back.
Yeah, no. So let's tell exactly what happened with James Hughes. So what happened is they went after our guy. They got him disqualified. All right.
Who's that?
James Hughes, the feeder driver. What happened is James Hughes stepped up. James Hughes stepped up. He said, "Listen, Jumbo, I know y'all need help. I'm going to do it. I don't want to run, but I'm going to do it for y'all because y'all need help. This is what we need. We need for members to step up. You can't keep saying, oh, I ain't vote for Hooker. You ain't voting for Hooker, but you won't run.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't keep saying, I ain't voting for Romeo. Yo, you got to run. You can't keep saying, I ain't voting for your slate. I like Ron Bennett's slate. Right. Yo, if you we asked a lot of people to run. Everybody said no. Now they want to criticize. You ain't got nobody on the slate.
Right. So later on, right before the ballots come out, right, we're going to have a rally, probably around the 16th, 17th, to get everybody involved, let everybody know that election time, the ballots are going to be out. So we need everybody to vote. When you get your ballot, don't put it on the top of the TV and forget about it.
Yeah.
We're going to
short amount of time, guys.
Right. We're going to be reminding you every step of the way, because you only got 20 days. We're going to be calling you. We're going to be calling you. We're going to call everybody. If I got your mama number, I'm going to call her too, because we need you guys to vote. So what you got, my man? So tell everybody how important voting is.
Voting is a lot of things. I've been here 16 years, and every time I vote is like bad. I've been here at least 3 contracts.
Right.
And all 3 of them is bad.
Right.
Yeah. And it doesn't make you feel that you don't want to vote, though, sometimes. Because I was talking to somebody, they felt like their vote didn't count. And because every time we voted for something, our bylaws were used against us to basically turn the contract away. So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like your vote counts?
I think everybody vote do count.
Absolutely.
But if you don't vote, your vote won't count.
Exactly.
You gotta vote.
Can't complain if you don't vote, and that's what one of our members said recently.
Like you can't if you don't vote, and you complain, oh, I want better change. You want better change? Vote.
Right.
Absolutely.
All you gotta do is look at the thing and click it. Who you gonna?
Well, it's gonna be paper ballot this time.
Paper ballot.
So they're gonna send it in the mail. So everybody just go when they get that ballot, they gotta put their X in that box.
The X in the box, which is going to be a paper ballot, like Hooker said, and it's not digital. It's not going to be done on the phone, iPad, anything. It's going to come in the mail. You got to actually put pen to paper, seal it up, send it out. If it's not sent out via mail and received by our local, your vote is not going to count.
All right, you also have to, if you moved within the last couple months, you had to call local. You had to get your address, your new address, so you get a ballot. Okay, You must do this. All right. Now, y'all talked about POVs yet?
Yeah. PVDs.
All right,
yeah,
so
PVDs.
I missed the POVs, right? But what happened is a lot of members are upset, right? Because say if you work preload, you work preload 4 to 8, 8:30, right? You get done. You want to take packages out. They telling you can't do it. Of course, they bring private contractors in. You employee, you should be able to take the packages out.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of subcontractor. Now, I don't know about other locals, but our local, as of now, they don't know what's going on. They don't have no details of what's going on, and which is sad.
Right.
It was funny. Somebody asked me, "What's your guarantee?" Somebody asked me that. It was a new person asked me, "What's your guarantee?"
Like daily guarantee?
They know what the guarantee is.
Right.
They told them. Somebody told them 2.5. I said 3.5 hours.
3 hours on.
3.5 hours, but they keep up to 5.
Yeah, 3 hours on midnight, 3.5 for like preload and all that.
If you're doing a double, how do that work?
Well, yeah, because we just had that problem. If you do a double, if you're a part timer and you do a double, I know S will hate that we're a double, but say if you do extra work, and we had a guy, he's a midnight employee, his guarantee on midnight is 3 hours. But when he comes to preload, his guarantee is 3.5 hours, because preload minimum guarantee is 3.5 hours. So it's not, oh well, he's a midnight employee, it's only 3 hours. No, when you come on that shift, you ain't guaranteed a minimum of 3.5 hours on preload. Midnight, it has 3 hours.
All right, we had that problem. We had that problem on the midnight. On the midnight, they did doubles. We had about people did doubles, right? And one night they kicked them off the clock at 1:30. What they can't do,
I remember that.
they have to get your guaranteed 3 hours. If not, find the closest shop store.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So now that's what you have to do.
That was bad that
and
night.
now
Too.
back.
That was bad that night. I remember that night.
Right.
They said, I remember that night they took them off like 1:30.
Yep.
And matter of fact,
And they stopped it.
It's funny because I stayed time I probably get like 5.5, 5 hours. But that night, it was like 4. Like maybe 3.5, 4 hours. I'm like, huh, what's going on?
Yeah.
I said, well, I understand y'all cutting back. But now y'all trying to pick it back up. Like,
Right.
okay, I understand y'all trying to pick the hours up. But it don't help out because we got sticky fingers.
Yeah.
We don't recognize, we don't recognize cutting back, and we don't recognize number. We recognize what the contracts say. 3 hours on the midnight, 3.5 on
Speaking
preload.
of that, on preload, they're trying to do this new scanning thing, and a lot of our members are up. They getting a little nervous and anxious about what the company is saying to them if they don't have it 95% scan rate, and they drive maybe on the line. Listen, your job is not on the line. Like Jumbo just said, we don't recognize numbers, none of that. Work to the best of your ability. So I talked to the IE guy who was trying to show one of our members how to do it. He was struggling because, the way the work was coming down and the belt he was on. And he was saying, and I was telling him, this is the issue and why this will not work.
Yeah.
Because you can have the greatest plan and you think it's going to work. But look what's happening in the operation. The operation should dictate the plan. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to scan and you can't do this and you can't do that, don't blame it on our people. It's your method that you're trying to teach the member, and it's not working.
Yeah.
All right, I fight with IE all the time. Right. Because here's what happened is, right? And IE hates me, right? Because IE comes in the building, say, Hooker could do this, right? Know what I tell IE? Show me you can do it. If you show me you can do it, we'll do it. Just like when we first came out there, when we used to, on preload, when the bus was like at Mach 1, right? They said you can't stack. I had 2 trainers in the middle of the belt, orange belt. They said, jump, you can't stack. Guess what? I was stacking and they were stacking. Just saying, like, if you're saying we could do something, show it. Just like the IE came in and said, oh, you should be able to go to the package car and you should go and bring a package car in within 5 minutes from the gate to the orange belt. 5 minutes, right? I'm like, look, any Saturday, you want to come in here, show me 5 minutes from the orange belt to the yard hooker?
No, that ain't gonna work.
Huh? So that's what they were saying. So then they said, oh, well, how about 7 minutes? I'm like, no, just come in and show me how it's done.
Right.
That's what y'all got to call IE on. There's always something. And on preload, they want more and more and more.
Right.
So I had Uncle stop me this morning. Uncle said, jump. They called me. They asked me, did I want a job? Building shift, preload. He said, preload is too much work. I'm like, yo, dude, you got to take it. I don't want it. Somebody else stopped me. I don't want preload. Listen, y'all keep turning them jobs down. Y'all ain't never gonna go full time. You gotta take the job and rough it out.
Very scarce.
I don't know why you turn it down. I want to go full time. They asked me, "Day tomorrow?" Yes, I'm taking it.
Well, that's gonna be coming your way because all the preloaders gone. They all of them leaving. They all leaving. Too much. It's too much work. Anybody, Article 22.3 that works preload should make $2 or $1 less than drivers. We work like crazy. It's just unreal.
Right.
Well, Jimbo, you know next time they're gonna have full-time things up for the part-timers. A lot of part-timers got 16 years or more like that.
Well, what happened is it's election time. It's election time. Because election time, probably by the end of the week, you might get a call. Everybody's gonna get a call because it's election time.
You know what?
Because they want you to vote. All these jobs came out. All of a sudden, all these jobs came out.
Right.
Oh, where all these jobs been at? You understand what I'm saying? Somebody talking about Jumbo, I got a full-time job. Yeah. Talking about, Jumbo, Joni called me. Here's what I want to tell you people, our brothers and sisters. Listen, if you get a job, you don't owe Shanahan and Joni anything. Your seniority got you the job. Once again, just because they give you a full-time job, you don't owe them anything. So don't go and say, oh, I got to vote for them. And that's what they're doing. Just like the contract. The contract is not in yet. You can download them online, right? So what happening is they probably going to make them come in right before the election. They're going to be at the gates giving them out, which that's not how it's supposed to work. They campaigning again. They're supposed to call all the shop stores, give them the shop store, let the shop store give them out, right? But you're going to catch the whole e-board at the gate, giving you a contract, vote for me. That's not fair.
Right. I agree.
And then I was told by a member that he got a call about full-time, about a job that wasn't even posted. It's like, so they're not he was like, I didn't even sign this job. It wasn't even posted. And he asked me, and I didn't want it, but he was like, where was that job at? He's like, well, it's just because I didn't want it. How come no other members got a chance? Right. So I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but that seemed kind of fishy to me when he said that to me. I was like, wow.
Romeo, that's just like part-timer said, oh, I forgot to sign the seniority list. Vice President said, oh, well, you can't get a job. 2 weeks later, I'm going to take care of you. What do you mean I'm going to take care of you? I'm going to take care of you, right? The person that signed the dovetail list, and now the person showed up, got a job. We don't have a problem with that, right? But what I'm saying is everybody's paying union dues. Everybody's supposed to be treated fairly.
Right.
Everybody. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like they say, Jumbo only get the people he like to do double. That's not true. At 4 o'clock in the morning, they say, Jumbo, we need doubles, right? 4 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody there. I got to go in the parking lot or the bus and grab who I can. You can't say they only work the people that I like. That ain't true.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy with everything. And like you said, it's election season. You're seeing a lot of stuff go down that you never usually see. Do you feel that way, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that way. Yeah.
You see a lot of different things go down now that you never seen before.
What's he saying? I got, I got to get my number, my cell phone number. I'll be shy to get a call. How you get my number?
Yeah, well, what happened is just like, you know what I mean, you got the 2 new BAs, right? Undercover, they starting a lot of stuff, right? This and that, right? Listen, if you're going to be a man about it, right? Everybody tell you I call it the way it is, right? They say, Jum, you shouldn't use name. I use name because I'm trying to tell the truth. As a fact, right? Listen, don't hide. If you're going to be a BA, stand up and you know what I mean? Don't put little rumors out there, right? Listen, like one of the BAs said Billy Mars stole money from the golf tournament, right? Don't go tell another brother. Tell Billy Mars where the receipt at. Billy Mars, where the receipt at? Don't be like, you know what I mean, him in the harm, right? Listen, be a man and tell Billy Mars, just like I said, Billy Mars been trying to get me fired since 2011. I'm telling you like that. Now, if you think Billy Mars stole some money from the golf tournament, say it. Don't go tell Romeo, and Romeo started a rumor, Jason started a rumor. Say, listen, Billy Mars, where's the receipt at?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying, right? Be a man about it. Don't be a little girl. And that's what 2 BAs are, right? They like, yo, come on now, tell the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it fair. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you think Billy Mars stole some money, bring it up. You should have brought it up at the last meeting when we was talking about the golfing, and how much you made, yada, yada, yada. Right. You should have brought it up then, right? Don't come down the hub and start some rumors. You know what I mean?
Right. So Chop, real quick, man. We about 15 minutes left in the show. And, you know, election is coming up. Nominations are Saturday.
Yeah.
Now, what message do you have for the people in your area, people in your classification? What message did you got for them? Because this is very important, man.
How much is it we got to vote? We want change. If we want change, we got to vote.
Right.
If we don't vote, we don't get no change. It's
Right.
the same thing. Same stuff gonna keep going on and on.
So what you going to do as an individual to make sure that people vote?
I mean, I could put the word out there,
Right.
but at the end of the day, they're their own person. It's up they're gonna vote or not.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
to me, I'm gonna vote. But
Right.
I just push the issue.
Right.
You gotta vote for this, for
Right.
change.
Right.
But it's up to that person.
So, Jiggy, since you're here, right? You're a witness. Now, when we go around looking for people for doubles, do we do the whole hub? Do we ask everybody, yo, we doing double? Do we go around and ask everybody? You tell them.
Jimbo, I ain't gonna lie, Jimbo will hunt me down. He didn't hunt me down like, Jimbo, I'm tired. He like, oh, you tired? Come on, suck it up. Like, Jimbo, my foot hurt. Hey, I don't know about today. But I'm a little sore today. I did doubles for 2 days.
But I'm saying, are we fair about how we do anybody do double? Do we tell everybody?
Yeah, I tell everybody.
Yeah, do you see him just going up to certain individuals and skipping over people?
No,
That's
no,
what basically
no.
he's saying.
He go everybody.
It's fairly
Yes.
distributed by him. He's not individually headhunting people and going, hey, you're cool with me. Here's a double. No, he's going, hey, you want to work, you want to work, you want to work.
I seen he told a new hire, he had to probably be there like 3 days. You want double?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's key right there.
He looked at me like, I ain't know him. I know the guy either.
Right,
but
right.
I'm
It's a
like,
double.
Yeah, it's a double. I had to explain to him, a double is you just about to make extra money.
Right. Right.
He's like, oh, for real?
So I want to give you our word as a man, as people that's trying to be, the next leaders here. Like I said, we're not going to make any promises, but
We're
one.
gonna fight.
But one, we're never going to forget who we work for. Never.
But I know other part-time people want to know. We need y'all to fight hard for us.
Yeah, we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight hard for everybody.
Listen, we're doing
hey,
the
Billy,
thing.
I did earlier. I talked to the IE guy, and I put it out there. Your project has to, rewind the show later on. But we talked about that. The IE guys don't even know what they're doing right now, man. They don't even know what they're doing, Billy. It's bad.
Shout out to Billy McLean, though. He's a great teamster and he looks out for other people. And I hope that situation was handled when you went to the shop store last night. But good job, brother.
Yeah.
Hope, did you tell them about the bathrooms?
Oh, the
No.
bathrooms.
I don't even know.
Bathrooms?
Yeah, what
The
happened is
bathrooms
we've been complaining about. I think Hooker forgot. We've been complaining about how bad the bathrooms are, right? So Hooker went and we had a meeting. I think Hooker forgot. So what happened is they're going to start on the bathroom.
Oh.
We have a total of. I'm going to tell them.
15 is it 19?
19, tell 'em.
Yeah, 19 bathrooms. What they're gonna
One
do
at a
is
time.
they're gonna do one at a time, cause it's bad in there. It's really, really bad, really bad.
When they go to the bathroom?
They're gonna fix them. They're gonna fix them, renovate them one
One
by
at a time.
one.
19 of
You know
them.
what I mean? The 19 bathrooms
Wait,
they're gonna
so,
renovate.
That's like 5 years right there.
Right.
You know, Pete on his way. And you mean more and more people coming in?
Yeah. So that's they're gonna have to start on it soon, cause it's gonna be one at a time. They're gonna fix.
Why they do two at a time? Make
No,
it
it's
easy.
one. That's how they do it.
Yeah, that's how. I
they
mean,
do it.
we
tell
can't
them.
control that. I mean, we just say, yo, y'all gotta do something for our
At least
people.
they're fixing.
Right.
And if anybody, I know all the locals, you got POVs, right? Maybe you can call us or call into the show and tell us how y'all doing the POVs
PVDs,
peak, right? Because what happened is POV, personal vehicles. So what happened is we don't know what we're doing. That's what the local told us, right? But one thing we know, we bring in off the street hires in, they're not paying initiation fee.
I'm not agreeing
Hold
with that.
on. They're not paying initiation fee. They're just gonna pay union dues, right? That's not right.
Right. I don't even understand how they can let that go down.
And we was in the shop steward meeting, and now the shop steward said a word in the meeting about that.
Right.
I don't agree with that. If I'm here and I work for the company, why I can't do it? Why not?
I know, and that was brought out on the floor.
That's-
that was
you trying to tell me
that
you gonna
was
bring-
brought
you gonna bring
out
somebody
on
You bring
the
somebody out in
floor.
the street, not taking to get no union dues out this check, and you driving out.
It gets even deeper than that. They can hit seniority, but they don't know the classification they're going to classify them as. So if they're working full-time hours, my assumption is they're going to be classified as a full-timer. They're probably going to get the 22-4 job, so they're going to come in off the street and take one of the jobs that are going
That's
to go
not
supposed
fair.
to be for you.
That's
Right.
not fair because I've been here 16 years. I should be up for that job.
Right.
If I don't got a license, I should be up for the job.
So, Hook, I think we got in a fight about this, right? So what happened is they were saying that that's not a job, Jumbo. You work preload, you get done 8:30. You go meet a job at the mall. You pick up packages and you deliver packages, right? For the other 4. They saying that's not a job. It is a job.
It is a job.
That's a job. That's plenty of job. Why would you bring people off the street when we got people like Kissy Thomas? Kissy Thomas willing to work. She can do that. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
When she get off at Carthage, she can go pick up packages and deliver them, or yada, yada, yada.
Right.
That's
Right.
a full-time job.
Right.
And other locals have that.
Right.
That's not fair. I mean, that's not fair. They're not showing. They don't care about us.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
What we do. That's why we have to vote.
Hey, Sean, I
That's why we have
got
to
something
vote.
I gotta send you, man.
That's what
I
we're
gotta
saying.
I gotta send you something. Let you look over it and let me know if it's okay. All right, I'll send it to you later on.
I mean, they be having on the show, y'all. I'm gonna come again.
Yeah, bring
Spread the word to everybody. Tell them we don't bite.
bring more people, man.
Tell them we don't bite.
Bring more people.
For us being part-time, we gotta show our face more. If we don't show our face, we feel like we don't care. We have to show our face. Can't be scared.
And you know what? The perfect time to show your face and to show your voice.
During
Right
the
now.
election, right now.
There you go.
It's all
Gotta vote. This is the time right here.
Yeah, and we got so many things going on. We
goes Kissy.
Yeah.
jumping around this and that, right? Just like we had a member down the hall. He had on a Richard Hooker shirt that said, "Vote for Richard Hooker." Hashtag 623 Lives Matter. They made him take the shirt off and put his shirt on. Listen,
Yep.
you guys got to be men. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody can make you take your shirt off.
Yeah.
Even down the hall, nobody can make you take your shirt off. You take the shirt off because you're weak. You understand what I'm saying? But if you wearing a shirt that says "Vote for Richard Hooker," you wear whatever you want to wear,
right.
wherever, and that's sad.
Right.
I mean, he can't make you take your shirt. That's your shirt. You can't
Right.
You're not gonna
They don't.
listen.
Right.
They
Everybody
don't.
know me in there.
They gonna get hugged on that.
I'm a little angry. You're not gonna take my shirt off. I can't say how I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I'm
Right,
on
right,
the radio,
right,
but
right, right.
I was
And we
gonna come out
appreciate that.
disrespectful.
Right. And plus it's a church. You know what I mean? And plus I'm in a church.
So listen. I ain't gonna tell you to take your shirt on, but if I got a shirt, right, I'm gonna here go 2 shirts. Put these on right now. I might say put it on, put it over top of this shirt. I'll never tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or I say, yo, you ain't got no shirt. You ain't got no shirt. But listen, one thing about it, everybody know, everybody who wants shirts, don't go to Richard Hooker. I give Richard Hooker the shirts, he give them away. They said, John, where my shirt at? I said, I got them coming, right? They said, John, whatever you do, don't give my shirt to Richard Hooker.
Hey, yeah. So y'all know I've been banned. From giving out. Hey, listen.
The funny part was,
I just give the shirts out, man.
I was about to go out somewhere.
Right.
I said, Jimbo, he like, yo, he in the car. He like, you going to work? I'm like, no, I'm not going to work. Look how I'm dressed. I'm not going to work. Man, he going to use a t-shirt.
Right. Yeah, I just give him
I had to
out.
walk back to the house and drop the t-shirt.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I
all
mean,
right.
I just give him out. Just whoever want him, I give him out.
It's coming soon.
So in probably
Y'all
about a
get
couple of
that
weeks.
hoodies?
No, not yet. Not yet. He the shirt. They
we got shirts
they keep
coming.
me out the loop, man.
We got shirts coming, all right? What happens is, like I said, everybody like, John, you full of baloney, you full of baloney. Listen, shirt's been done. I would print 1,100, right? The shirt's been done, right? So listen, Hooker, you give Hooker the shirt, you give him the phone number, the name, and the shirt size.
Right.
And I said, yo, you got your shirt. Hooker never gave me a shirt. Listen, we gave him a list with the names and everything on it, right?
Yeah,
Jumbo, I ain't never got my shirt. I said, you had to get your shirt.
Yeah, I just can't. Like if Chop come up to me,
That was coming every day.
that's
with
what I'm
that shirt.
saying.
I
He
was
come
coming
up to me
every
with a
day.
shirt. I can't say no.
Yeah.
I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gonna get ready to get out of here. So what you guys got before we go?
Well, I started off the show telling you ballots are coming out October 15th. They're going to be tallied on November 4th. We have a little bit of time. If they don't have your ballot by November 4th at 9 a.m., it's not going to count. So make sure when you get your ballot, it's a paper ballot. We recommend you check off the slate because everybody in our slate gets a vote. It's a 623 Lives Matter slate. So you vote for the slate. Everybody gets a vote. Richard Hooker, myself, Jumbo, we all get your vote, and we appreciate that because we only lost by 37 votes, slate votes last time. So we get those slate
I got
votes.
you, Kissy.
We go
I
on.
got you.
I mean, all tomorrow, my part-timers, we need to vote. We about to change. We need to vote now. Y'all want to change? Vote. Come out and vote. Come on. How about? Don't be scared. Come up here. Show your face. Don't be scared. Show your face. Show your face.
You want better, vote better.
Yes.
What you got, John?
Yeah, I want to tell you. Make sure when you get the ballot, make sure you vote, right? Listen, and I've been around for a minute, and I got to give recognition to the Vote No founders, Bobby Curry, and Vote No co-founder, Ron Bennett. Me, I'm nobody. I just was there. All right, everybody, make sure you vote.
All right, good people. Saturday, it goes down. Nominations You guys know that we've been out there for the last few years. We've been trying to get you guys to see and understand that a change is needed and it's necessary. Not only that, if you look not too in the far distant, future, 2021, the international election, you guys know what these guys in office are going to do. You already know they're going to sit down on you, protest in silence, and we can't have that. They do it with the company. They do it with Hoffa. So we got to make a stand and tell them enough is enough. You know what I mean? We got to do that. We want to thank James Hughes for coming on board, representing the Freedom Department. He's on our slate, so our slate is still full. We still got every classification represented.
And everybody's eligible.
Yeah, everybody's eligible. So we're looking forward to that. So you're going to be getting some calls from us telling you, hey, listen, you got to vote, you got to vote. We're going to be calling and everything.
And some people just came back to work, right? They got withdrawal card. Make sure they call the union hall so they be eligible to vote and tell them they back to work.
Right. Yeah. Call the union hall, 215-289-0580. Make sure your information is correct. Everybody that's coming back from, being out with the withdrawal card, call them up, get that straightened out so you can vote. You got to do the part. It's on you guys now. We've done this. There's not too much more we can do now. Now it's up to you. We done led you to water. Now you got to drink. You got to do it. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining. I don't care if you support the guys in office or not. Everybody is upset and complaining about these guys in office. My question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Because complaining ain't going to help.
Absolutely.
You got to vote.
You got to do it.
All right, so we're going to get out of here.
Special thanks to our guest.
Oh, yeah. Chop, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. And Sharita coming in on the live
Sharita,
feed.
Appreciate you.
Part-timers make up our local just as full-timers, and there's more part-timers than full-timers, but their voices got to be heard. And we appreciate you taking time and setting the goal for other part-timers to come along.
Right.
So thank you so much.
And Hooker, make sure you get Sharita a shirt, Hooker.
Because they say y'all don't vote or participate. So let's prove them wrong. This was a big step right here. So we appreciate it. October again.
Everybody's welcome. So the doors are always open.
Right. So you guys come on out. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget, October the 5th, this Saturday, nominations.
Yep.
November the 4th, they count the ballots. 9 a.m. on both days. You're going to be getting it. So make sure you vote. All right. Don't forget, 623 Lives Matter. We appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so very, very much.
All right.
Yeah, so just so you know, Joni and them working overtime. They're working overtime. They say you went to HR. You trying to get Dana fired.
I went to HR?
That's how they spin it. They make it political.